Okay, I'm running a little behind. Okay, the release party for the Canon 1DX Mark II has already begun. 11 o'clock. I'm 45 minutes away. Anyways, yeah, so this is where I'm going. We're gonna go check it out. We're gonna meet some cool people and check out some awesome cameras. Check out who's in my video today. What's your YouTube channel?
Mammoth Gaming 93, and then I also have two other channels, EdwinTek.
Oh, look, he's got a shirt. Look at that.
I do tech videos, and then I also have a films channel, which is like Nerf gun videos, action videos, that's Nerf Rambo 2012.
He actually told me about this place, so that's why I'm here. So I wanted to meet up with him, and this is
I'm the funder.
You were telling me about all the computer stuff you guys put together.
Yep. So we just put together a gaming computer with dual SSD drives, so he can edit all his wonderful videos.
So how do you like YouTube?
Yeah,
you learning it?
Yeah, I have my own channel.
What's your channel? Do you want to shout it out?
Yes.
What is it?
Biogaming.
Biogaming? Awesome. I'm gonna put the links to those channels below. So I don't know if you do a lot of reading, gamers, you know. But I brought a copy of my limited edition Vlog Schnoff second edition book.
Oh, okay.
Bam. Check it out. So this is yours. I signed it too.
Oh, wow.
So if I'm trying to encourage people to get into the story of Vlog Schnoff. The cool thing about this is that this book was actually inspired by a game. So I used to play Battlefields a lot. I still do. But Battlefields 3, I play this with a lot of different kids from around the country. And like 3 of us teamed up and said, yo, I should write a book about this. So Vlog Schnoff is actually my gamer tag on Xbox.
Oh, okay.
And so I literally would play the game and then write about my experience in the game into a sci-fi novel and twist it. I love Mars, so I put it on Mars. And I love Doom, so if you like Doom, Battlefield 3, anything to do with Mars, then you should read this book, Vlog Schnoff. And this is the second one, so you have to go back and get the first one and back read. But this one's my favorite because it's got a lot of characters in it and a lot of action. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so there's that. Awesome. So enjoy that if you read.
I kind of don't like reading books.
He's gonna be like, do you have it in Kindle? Alright, so the Canon rep didn't give me any information on this camera. He didn't even talk to me, so I'm just I did some research, and this is the best that I'm gonna pull for you if you want a full-fledged review on this camera. There's plenty of videos on YouTube you can look up, or I just recommend going to the Canon site. Link is in the description. Alright, so I got my hands on this EOS 1DX Mark II. This camera is awesome. Sizably, a lot bigger than the cameras that I use, but the grip on this feels amazing. It is a lot heavier. It's approximately 53.97 ounces. Without the battery, it's 47.27 ounces. That's just the battery without the battery, no cards, no caps. Some of the features that I want to point out that are selling points of this camera that are really great: capable of up to 14 frames per second, full resolution RAW or JPEG, and up to 16 frames per second in live view mode with dual digit 6x image processor. That's amazing right there. It archives a maximum burst rate of up to 170 RAWs in continuous shooting and up to 16 frames per second, and 4K movies using CFast cards in the new CFast 2.0 slot. So that's exciting. As a videographer, I mean, this is where I'm looking at the things that are most important to me, is the fact that it shoots 4K video up to 60 frames per second with an 8.8 megapixel still frame grab in camera. Full 1080p HD, captured up to 120 frames per second for slow motion. Now that right there is enough to sell this camera for me. I love it. If you're a photographer, this thing is way loaded for stuff like that. So again, I recommend going to the Canon website, link in the description, and reading the full specs, because you can't just take my word for it. I just want to give you a quick overview of the things that grab my attention. Durable and rugged magnesium alloy body with dust and weather resistance for demanding shoot situations. Now that right there is something that is a must for me, because I always find myself in the most craziest weather situations and environments when I'm filming, whether it's hot and humid, or super cold and below zero, or rainy, or it's sunny and then it rains, or it's muddy, snow, I mean, you name it. So that's another key selling point for me that I definitely need to get this camera for. Okay, so the Canon store is selling this thing for $5,999. There was a deal today. I don't even know what the deal was because the guy didn't even get that far. He didn't even talk to me about it, but I'm sure I could have got a sweet deal on it today. But I do recommend this camera. This thing is awesome. I would like to know in the comments below, let me know if you got this camera, what lens would you put on it? I probably would throw my 16 to 35 millimeter f2.8 lens on that one, and I'd probably use a 10 millimeter as well. That's kind of to my film style. If you want to see my videos currently, go to this link here on the website or visit youtube.com/Zebulon Thomas Films. Link is also in the description. And I'm currently shooting on a Canon 7D, which I love the 7D. They had a 7D Mark II there, almost got my attention too. And they also had the new Canon 80D, which I really want that over the 7D Mark II because the 80D has autofocus, but we'll get into that's a whole nother video. So this is the EOS 1DX Mark II. It's an amazing build. I loved it. The ports on the side of this camera here, look at all of these ports. I mean, they're all sealed, they're very durable. You can use a lot of stuff here. The sensor, like I said, is a 20.2 megapixel full frame CMOS sensor. It is amazing. Something that I have not had the experience to shoot with, but I will very soon. And hopefully this grabs your attention to say, hey, I want to go check out the 1DX Mark II. That's something that I think I need to put in my camera bag. You can't go wrong with it. If you have the budget for this and you want to be in the professional bracket of doing awesome work and know that you're going to take flawless photos and do exciting videos in 4K or even just downgrade to 1080 in 4K or 1080 in slow motion, this is the all-in-one camera. This is the one you need to get. Definitely take some time to visit the website, call Canon, check it out. If you like this video, please thumbs it up. All right, other than that, I'm gonna put the link to all of these specs and more in the description below. I'd love to have given you more on this camera, but again, the Canon rep was completely unhelpful, didn't even want to sell me or talk to me for that matter. Try to get some sweet close-up shots. If you have questions about what you're seeing in this video, just let me know and maybe I can pinpoint that out for you. But I wanted to show you what's going on in the menus quickly, and I wanted to show you the ports and what they look like when you open them and the buttons all over this camera and the grip, how you grip it. That was my focal point for this video. So did you guys have fun today?
Yeah.
Learned a lot about cameras?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, well, I'll see you guys at my next shoot.
See ya.
All right, so I just want to say this, Canon, you don't just need bodies to demo, like someone there to demo this camera that's released today. You need people that are really passionate about your brand, the cameras, and everything about it. This guy was just like dead in the water, didn't have a passion about it. He said, oh, I love my job, so I'm not going to say anything on camera, which I get that. That might be the policy. But he could have said, hey, you can't film me talking about it, but I'd love to tell you about this. Because you know what? I was really looking to buy today because this guy wasn't enthusiastic about the camera itself, and he didn't even talk to me after that. He didn't even say, hey, you know, it wasn't like you can't film me. He was just like, that's it, I'm not gonna tell you about it. Like, all he had to do is say, you can't film me, but I'll tell you about the Canon, and it'll be awesome. And this is why you should buy it. No one sold me. Nobody sold me at all. Not even the local business tried to sell me anything in their store. I stood around for about 2 hours. No one sold me at all. So that's kind of disappointing. But you don't just need a body. You need someone who's enthusiastic about what they're doing, the product and everything like that. And sell me, for God's sakes. A couple times they could have said, hey, this is why this camera needs to be yours. Let me put it in your hands. Try it out. Here's an SD chip. Do you have one? You know, you could take some footage on it. I mean, there's so many sales tips. Why do I know this, but he doesn't? One of the things he pointed out is like, because if I get it wrong on video, then I'm gonna lose my job. Well, no, if you get it wrong, then we'll work it out and get it right. We'll go back and get it right. We're not all perfect. I'm not expecting the person to know 100% of the product, but then again, if you do work for Canon and you're gonna be demoing this camera the next day, you should know every single detail about this camera. Just saying. I get frustrated when I go places and I really want to buy something and they're not selling it to me. They're not even communicating with me why this is an awesome camera. Because there is some questions of like, do I really need to upgrade to this much of a high-end camera? Because yeah, it's got all the bells and whistles, and yeah, I want to do that. But is it really for me? But this guy wouldn't even tell me and help me negotiate if this was for me. I mean, there was the 7D Mark II, there was the 80D, and there was another one on there that you could have downgraded me and still made a sale off of me and said, you know, maybe this one's not for you, but you know, put a little more money in your pocket, you can get this camera and a lens. Didn't sell me. So just a little disappointed by that. Other than that, the only thing I could take away from this event was the fact that I got to hold this camera. It was really awesome, and I'm trying to do it justice by giving you guys this review. But besides that, I got to meet some subscribers. That was really cool, and that was the highlight of my day. So yeah, other than that, I just wanted to say that real quick, that if you're gonna sell a product, you can't just be a body there. Sell it, believe in your product. Do the job. Don't just stand there and be like, don't just hire people that that are gonna work for you to make money. You need to hire people that are gonna drive your brand into the future, into the new people that are gonna come on board and say, I love you, and I love your brand, and I love what you represent. That's what you need. All right, guys, that's my rant. It's not really a rant. I just wanted to say that, come on, get a real Canon rep in there. Don't just have a body. I mean, I had to ask him twice. You are from Canon, right? I see you got the logo on the shirt, but are you? Because you don't really act like you're from Canon. I don't get it. I want a real Canon rep. When I call Canon, if anyone of you guys have ever called Canon, customer service is on point. At least it has for me. When I need a repair, and I need an exchange, Canon has sent me an extra battery on the house. Thank you, Canon, for that. Because they saw my channel, they know what I do, and they're like, yeah, we'd love to help you out. And I'm not a big fish, I'm a small fish, and they still help me out. You know, they have great deals, and they're excited to talk to me when I'm on the phone with them, because they're trying to sell me. Should be double that in person, just saying. Thank you guys. Be sure to like this video, share it, comment below on what you thought of my review. Maybe I didn't do it justice. Comment below on what camera you use. If you have any questions about this camera, maybe I can answer that, but don't ask me crazy stuff you can find online. Ask me questions like, what was it like holding the camera or something? Like, you know, what I would experience from seeing it in person, because that's all I can give you. All right, so I hope I can gain you as a subscriber, so move from a viewer to a subscriber. My windshield wipers are doing something crazy. And yeah, join the family. All right, guys, peace.